and welcome back to round 4 in Axis and Allies 1942 Online. I'm going to see if I can put this game away for the Allies here on Legendary Tactics. And this game, I think, is kind of moving into a latter phase. We've really done a number on the German income. They are in really rough shape IPC-wise. If we just take a quick look at them, oh, it's not going to let me take a quick look at them. But I know that the strategic bombing that we've been doing has been very effective, and that's only going to get worse. And the problem for the Germans really is just that there's only so much that they can do. There's only so much that they can, when they're losing units and they don't have the means to replace them, then the writing really is on the wall. So as the Russians here, I'm just gonna go with a pretty defensive build here. Just some men and artillery. There's really not much to not much flexibility there, but that's very typical of the Russian. I mean, I remember in the base game, just basically I'd be buying 8 infantry each turn, or however many infantry that I could afford. There's just no way around that. That's just the nature of the game. Now there's a fighter here that is all by themselves. So I kind of like the idea of just maybe moving in a couple units, maybe a couple infantry and an artillery, maybe just and we can even send in the fighter. Let's see what this Caucasus will take to. Yeah, do I hold back the group in the Caucasus, or do I actually try and strike and take that back while I can? That's a kind of a tough move. I mean, the Germans are really, they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure now coming from the west, as there's some transports building up, and it's just a matter of time before the waves of invasions start to arrive. I can see a move to get to into Italy next turn. So with some bad die rolls, there could be a real disaster on their hands. So I think the best move here is to, even though that fighter there is tempting, I'm going to have to, attack with some strength here. I'm going to maybe split up my forces a bit. I'm going to get this guy moving into West Russia. I really want to take out that fighter and create a bit of a buffer zone there. And I'm going to send in the troops here. And it's a bit of a risk, but if I can wipe out that force in the Caucasus and also in West Russia, Germany's not going to be able to replace that, but also it opens up the entirety of Ukraine, Poland, Bulgaria. My advance will be slow, but I think that ultimately it's going to be the best move for this moment. And what I'll probably do is, if I lose this battle in any way, I'll protect China by moving into Kazakh SSR. I think that's a good move. As far as anywhere else, I think the 5 soldiers in Archangel just have to sit tight. There's just no opportunity to attack those tanks. I don't want to risk that. I've got to keep myself focused here. So I think that should be pretty good. I think that's going to be an interesting battle here. So let's take the first battle here in West Russia. Let's do this one first. Now it should be easy. Part of the reason is to, obviously destroy a valuable fighter, but the other reason is to, bad roll there. Come on, guys. Let's see what you can do. Come on. But also the reason is to create that buffer zone between, you know, the different, you know, so that Moscow will be safe. So we just need one hit. Come on, guys. There we go. That's all we needed. And we got our buffer zone set up. Even if he hits us here, and he does, that's okay. We still have our buffer zone. And we cost 10 IPCs, which again, with the bombing that we're doing, is really not going to be, it's not going to be easily replaced. And so now this battle I'm a little more nervous about. So we'll have to see how this one goes. But again, just to do as much damage as possible, hit them for as much war material as possible. Oh, that's sweet. That is perfect. And let's see if we can keep this train rolling here. There we go. There's another one. And we get our fighter. And the fighter should hopefully... Yes! That is perfect. Okay, so now, as long as he doesn't roll some crazy... with some crazy luck here... Yeah, I got one. That's okay. We can take that. That's fine. And for his armor, he does roll well. Geez, that makes it a bit harder decision. But I think we're gonna press the attack. We're numerically superior, and as long as we, oh, there we go. That's perfect. That's all we need. That's all we need. And oh, those tanks did very well. So, oh, geez, we got to take 2 damage here. Actually, maybe I'll just take one of them. We want to keep that combo going. So, and so we regain the Caucasus, and we've basically insulated Moscow, which is was my real goal there. But didn't hurt that we took them for 41 IPCs, even if it cost us a fair amount. Cost us 25, which for, you know, is basically an entire turn for the you know, Russian production. But it means basically that now with that threat neutralized, I can reinforce China a bit here, which is you know, very good. So I'm gonna, I think, just split up the troops here, and you know, we don't need to worry so much about that. Yeah, the rest of it, I think... Oh, we got to move this fighter back. We're going to put him back into Moscow there. And that's good. I think that's everything. There's really not much... Oh, I forgot to move my Russian submarine, but I don't know if there's much he can do anyway. So I'm just going to put him into the English Channel just as a, you know, another defense against if if the German decides to go all in on their navy. But other than that, I think we're pretty good. And we're going to build basically in Russia here. There's no reason to build anywhere else. So we've got our, you know, our defensive line here. As Russia, that's so important, is to just try and, you know, it's a gamey tactic in Axis and Allies, but if you can just, you know, get a piece, you know, in a territory, it creates that roadblock, and the enemy has to stop, and they can't press the attack. And even if you don't do any damage, it holds them up. So if Karelia gets any ideas and tries to attack either West Russia or Archangel, they're going to face a fair amount of resistance after that. So I think we're in good shape. We actually get 24 IPCs, so we replaced our losses more or less, and now we'll see what goes on here. And oh, interesting, they're piling into our Archangel, so that could be interesting. We'll see what happens here. I think they're going to just zip through the combat. So we'll see what happens. Oh, boy. Oh! So it looks like they took it, but at a tremendous cost. So that is fine. They're going to rebuild there, but yeah, I can just throw a troop in there next turn, and yeah, that was pretty bad for them. And they've left their armor vulnerable. So now Finland is kind of open. They do have a lot of fighters up there, though. That is an impressive group there. But the problem is now that that they're nowhere close to getting Moscow, and it's going to be a long time before they can get there. They can blast away at our up north. I can move 6 troops in there and just keep fighting them endlessly. As long as I can make sure to hold on to West Russia. So, but obviously, this is where Britain putting the pressure on is so key. It's so important to just keep pressuring pushing the offensive in France and Norway and so forth. We just need to keep the pressure on, make sure that there's way too many battles for them to deal with. So I'm going to buy a transport. I think that's always a good choice. Let's see. I've got 19. Oh, I'd love to have another bomber, but I think maybe I'll lean on the Americans for that. And I'm going to load up a tank here, some artillery and infantry. And let's see if there's anything worth. Maybe I'm going to cancel. Whoops. I'm going to cancel the artillery actually, and I'm going to get a fighter because I have a feeling I might lose one of my fighters in attacking France this turn. I have to push the attack. So to summarize, what am I buying here? I've got a kind of a pretty balanced build. The pressure on India has alleviated somewhat, a little more even forces, and I've got some pieces racing over from Persia to help out. And yeah, I guess we're gonna have to think about Africa here as well. But anyway, we'll deal with that. That's not too pressing. So obviously we want to bomb the factory there, the industrial complex, because we really want to make sure that we are. Actually, let me just make sure. Oh no, that is bombing. Okay, good. Yeah, just keep hitting Germany. It means every loss is going to hurt that much more. And we're going to see if we can transport. Let's see what we can get over there. So we're going to load up and load up here. Let's see, can we load up another piece? No, can we? No, I think we're full. Oh, no, we got, I think that is pretty good, I think we've loaded up some guys here. And let's make sure we got all of our forces. Yep, that's perfect. And we're going to send over the fighters to join in on the attack. And I think that's all we can do. Yeah, the destroyer can't be used to bombard, obviously. It's worth. I just thought I'd click and see what happened. So for India, I don't think. I don't know if it's worth doing any sort of a land attack. I see that as more of a stalemate, and I don't know if I want to commit forces. A bad roll there could really set things back. Although I do have 2 troops coming in, and I've got the bomber to help, which could obviously be a bit of a help against those forces. I don't know. It's a bit of a risky move. He's really not in a position right now to. He's turned to face the American side, but a win there could kind of break open that part of the map. So I'm just wondering, you know what? I guess you got to risk things. It's not like it's, you know, completely... We could commit some of our build if we needed to India. So I think we got 3. Yeah, we got everybody. So let's do that. It's aggressive, but I feel like even if I win with 1 troop left, you know, with the 2 troops coming in from Persia and the potential of building in India, I think that's going to do more good than harm, as long as I win, obviously. So, okay. Now, the only question is, should I have invaded Norway? But I think invading France potentially puts more pressure on him, and he'll have to divert forces for that. Hey, I mean, if Karelia is superpowered, that's okay. It just means that it's going to be forces that are far away from all the mess that's going to be opening up in Western Europe, especially if I can, you know, drop off some U.S. Forces there in Italy or what have you. It could be a bad scene. So let's see, what would be a good opportunity here. Yeah, I gotta eliminate that German tank too. But I need the U.S. to support me. I may just send in the plane against the tank and hope for a lucky roll there, because I gotta get. It would be really good to get that tank out of the way. Let's do a combat move there. It opens up South Africa, but he could get there anyway. By the time he's probably going to be headed more for Egypt anyway at this point. So, let's see what happens here. I think that's everything we want to do. So we're going to we'll end the combat movement phase. Strategic bombing raid. We've got the movement in India, and we've got the attack in a few of these places. So let's do the strategic bombing raid first. Let's see. Hopefully this works out well. I do have American help coming as well. Okay, so he misses, which is great, and 4. So that hits him. So he's down to 16. And as I said, if the U.S. can fly in the bomber there as well, even better. Because that just whittles away, you know, his ability to recover from these kind of attacks. So, yeah. So let's do the D-Day invasion here. We'll see what happens. This is a bit of, again, this is a risky attack in a way, but with a win, it's going to be, he's going to have to really, okay, perfect. It's funny, those AA guns sometimes, they can be a real pain. You don't want to discount them. They can really come through at the worst possible time sometimes. So there we go. That is going to cause some real damage there. Perfect. We got a good chance at landing in France, and if we can reinforce with the U.S. Next turn. Jeez. Yeah, we're beginning to take some damage here, but that's what the infantry were for. Kind of meat shields. Oh, perfect. That was good. All right, let's press this attack. Let's finish it off. There we go. Perfect. And we completely wipe him out here. He does get 1 hit, so we do only win with 1 solitary armor unit, but that's enough. And again, 27 IPCs of damage. You know, that's not going to be easy to recover. So, and yeah, as I said, if I can, you know, transport, maybe land another U.S. armor there or what have you, we can maybe fly over some Some planes. If we got anything in range, I don't know if that bomber, maybe we can fly over there if it has enough range. Maybe not. With the new map, probably not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, not really. The new map definitely has more realistic distances that you can fly. So I'm just wondering about attacking Italy, or whether I should reinforce France. Probably, yeah. I imagine France is a little bit of a lost cause. They're going to have to come in and charge in and do what they can to take France, and they've got a fair amount of forces nearby to be able to do that. So I think maybe attacking Italy would be a very nice distraction to really tie up the German forces there. It's going to be very tough. They're taking a lot of losses, and they're not going to be able to recover, fortunately. So it's a war of attrition, and as long as I can hold on to the Soviet Union, then I think that Europe is going to be essentially a settled situation. Oh, this is okay, guys. Come on, we need these hits here. We cannot mess around. This is not. All right. Well, all things considered, not too bad. Let's try this again. Let's do another take. All right, come on, guys. This is not funny. You do not mess around with this. Jeez, that is not good. Okay, we may have to call off this attack here. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I don't like this because, yeah, we got to retreat, I think. Too bad. Too bad. But you know, it's kind of a, couple troops. It's not the end of the world, but I was hoping to have some more luck on that on that thing, and yeah. But overall, very good. Like Germans lost 31 IPCs. Their income is down. Their territories are down. Their cities are down. Britain did take some losses, but we're in a pretty good spot. So we can land this bomber back home. We're going to reinforce the I kind of am a bit nervous about that Suez Canal there. I don't think I need to worry about it. I think I'll just reinforce it. And we got a flyer bomber home here. And oh, come on, guy. Okay, I guess we'll fly these guys home first. Get them back to England. And I think that is everything that we need to worry about. Oh, no, I think that's everything we need to worry about for now. So very interested to see what the Japanese do. They're under a lot of pressure as well. It's definitely not going to be a cakewalk for them. So let's put another fighter. We're gonna need to likely re-invade. I'm gonna take 2 armor there, and you know what? I might just reinforce India. Just because. Oh, invalid deployment. Why is that not letting me go there? I don't know why it's not letting me go there. Anyway, we're going to build the other extra transport there, and yeah, there we go. Worked that time. So just reinforce. We got an extra transport, so we're going to have an even larger invasion force next time. Not only do we have an extra fighter coming in, but we're also going to be able to have the full army, basically coming from England to invade France next turn. And if the US gets lucky and can snag Italy, it could be a pretty sweet scenario, actually. So let's see, 35 IPCs. That is not bad. That is a pretty good setup here. So let's see what the Japanese up to. I think they're attacking China there, which is probably makes sense. Oh no, they're just reallocating. Interesting. Very passive. Very passive. Huh. I don't know what they're up to there. They're basically, well, I guess defending the homeland, which is interesting. Okay. Yeah, they just total defensive move. And this is, I guess, where maybe, you know, the AI is not the best, most realistic opponent, but there you are. It's still good to learn on. And I'm a big believer in, you know, hey, if you can beat the hard AI in one of these games, I think, you know, it's as training, I think it's great. I think you can learn the moves of the game, you can learn the flow of the game, and I think it's something that is very valuable. So I think it's something that's well worth. You know, I see no shame in playing the AI as long as you see it. You know, hey, it's training. It's something you're working at getting better at your game and trying out strategies and learning the map in depth. I see no problem with that. So, okay. What else am I going to buy? Sometimes the Americans have that luxury where it's like, huh, what do I buy? I've got all this stuff. You know, what do I buy? Yeah, they've really gone all in on defending Japan, which is totally fair, because it actually is not that strongly defended. It's quite surprising, actually. It is not actually. I don't know if I can take them this turn, but I think we've got a good shot at perhaps taking them next turn. I can totally see that as a possibility. So let me think just really quick here. What's the main thing I need? I think, yeah, again, more air power maybe. Set up some bombing run. No, 22. Be great to get a factory going somewhere. Maybe have a factory going on Okinawa, an industrial complex built in Okinawa, just churning out one unit, one bomber per round. Just to, yeah, that would be kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes the U.S. is kind of spoiled for choice. It's really tough to, you know, to figure out what the best option is. Yeah, I think, yeah, I can't go wrong with transports, and just already got troops there, so got 15. You know what? I wonder if an industrial, it sounds insane, but, and there are probably better options like the Philippines to build on. Yeah, you know what, it might, if I'm going to build, it might be better to be in the Philippines. Same distance to bomb Japan with, so maybe, yeah, I don't know. It's, yeah, just spoiled for choice. Yeah, I think bombers are probably just as good. We'll just say a bomber and a troop. It's really tough to make that pick sometimes. Okay, so now we are kind of in the nitty-gritty part here. I think if I can make a move on the Philippines, they're not that heavily defended, and I think it might be a good idea. So yeah, land-based fighters, I gotta get them onto the aircraft carrier is what I need. Let's see, if we move our Navy basically into and then let's see if we can drop off this guy. And let's see. Gonna move him here and drop off that guy. It's a bit of a long shot. But I think, yeah, I wish, it seems like the rules have been a bit modified on that. You know what, let's get everyone in position here. Actually, yeah, let's go here. Maybe we can just add him onto the cargo here, and then can we move back, or does he need to load? I guess maybe he needs to just load up, because what I was thinking is, at least in the old game, you used to move once, pick up a guy, and then take him over and drop him off. So I was thinking of a little surprise attack on Iwo Jima there, but yeah, I think that's probably all right. Yeah, I think that's okay on that side of things. I think this attack on Italy must happen. It's just too tempting, and there's only one, you know, troop there defending. Yeah, you know what? I can drop off that tank in. Yeah, you know what? I can do this, I think. Yeah, I've got a, I think that's a peaceful maneuver. I'm going to drop off this guy into French West Africa. And I built the extra transport so I can actually move some units next turn, which would be great. Geez. I wonder if 2 fighters on that tank might be too crazy. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's got just enough. It's really quite risky, but again, with a victory, that secures Africa. It's locked down. It's done. And Japan doesn't look like they're going to be attacking me anytime soon. And China's holding, so there's really no risk. So I think now this guy's still flashing at me here. Yeah, that's okay. I'm fine with ending the phase there. I think it really concentrates my navy in a big way. But I think I can, you know, just reinforce France a bit if I can help out in that sense. I think that would be a great thing, especially if that tank is done on that side. Yeah, I feel good about that move, I think. All right, so okay, I'm gonna make changes. I guess it has to be done in an amphibious assault. So let me just maybe I'll just cancel that move, and I'll move down. Yeah, maybe I'll just, doesn't count as a combat move, I don't think, but it's interesting. So if I go, can I go there? Just trying to figure out the mechanics of this. It's kind of awkward. And can I move back? You know what? No, I'm just going to cancel. It's not the end of the world. I don't need to figure that out. I apologize for you know, the mechanics of this game are generally pretty intuitive, but in this case it seems like a little bit not so intuitive. So anyway, that's fine. Iwo Jima does not, at the end of the day, matter that much for me. So all right, so we've got our, oh, I see maybe what it's also warning about. Okay, I think I see what it's saying here. So this guy should also be canceled is what it's saying, because this is not an attack move. So that's fine. I get it. I see what it's saying. There we go. Now, though I don't think it's stressing out. The thing is stressing out anywhere else, so that's perfect. Yeah. Oh, because I was moving into a C zone with no attack in mind, so there was something else it was stressing out about. But anyway, all right. So here we go. Let's see. Let's do this attack first here. It's a bit of a long shot. But if it succeeds, you know, or, you know, it could be a good thing. It's a very long odds here, but, jeez, my rolling. Jeez. You know what? I cannot retreat, so come on, guys, get at least one. Jeez, unbelievable. Yeah, that was not a wise attack, but I had to try. Sometimes, you know, if you take them out, you know, I think you know, I just have to get my battleships in position next time, I guess, and make that happen. So I'm curious about this one though. This one I'm hoping ends up being a little more of a proper battle. Why is it not letting me attack? Okay, well that's fine. We'll attack here then. We'll do this one. This is a bit of a wild card attack as well, but again, just with a bit of luck. Oh, jeez, no luck at all today. Come on. There we go. Ah, darn it. Well, oh, and of course he loses the AA gun, of course. That's funny. Yeah, that was, well, it means the industrial complex can be bombed with impunity, which is kind of interesting. So, yeah, these attacks are not going as I had planned, but again, with the way that the AI is playing, I'm not seeing these as high stakes. There we go. We got rid of our tank. Now, as long as we, yeah, perfect. That was exactly as it was supposed to go. So that was very good. So, yeah, we definitely didn't do as well there as I would have hoped, but we're kind of in a neat position for next. Oh, this guy has to move here, I guess, or can he move? Ah, okay, X that out. And yeah, so that's fine. Oh, darn it, I forgot to send over the strategic bomber. Oh, I knew there was something. That's unfortunate. Again, not the end of the world, but those are the kind of moves where you need to, you can't forget. You have to make sure that you're doing everything you possibly can to, you know, to damage the enemy. So I'm gonna fly this guy over to. That bomber's gonna go all the way over to Wake Island. He's gonna move here. I'm not gonna put up with any of this stuff. And let's see. Can I get on this carrier here, buddy? Can you get on? All right. I don't know what's going on there, but anyway. We're going to make sure that we get, yeah, there we go. He's going to land on that carrier, I presume. And, yeah, hopefully he's not just moving into the zone for the heck of it. And, yeah, we're in good shape. Africa is going to be ours. So that's an easy move now, easy thing now. The battleship and the transport there. Again, the AI is really passive in this scenario, I find. So, yeah, it would have been a good idea to send that bomber over. Oops. But as I said, not the end of the world. We can live with that, but let's make sure we're not missing anything else while we're here. Maybe I'll move over a tank over there just in case I want some armor to transport. And then otherwise, yeah, I think we're good. It's yeah, this, I mean, the writing's on the wall, I think, for the Axis at this point. With France fallen and really, you know, Russia's not in great shape, but not hurting either. You know, I think there's a good opportunity for an attack on West Russia. Obviously, we need to reinforce Archangel, but next turn there's going to be more. Even if the Germans retake France, there's going to be another you know, invasion with even more units next time. So it's going to be a bit of a mess for them, I think, going forward. And there's really not a lot they can do with 16 IPCs and the risk of more bombing attacks and so forth. They're really going to have to get lucky if they're going to pull this one out. So, you know, I was perhaps a bit ambitious saying that, you know, we could maybe end it today. So we're going to go into round 5 next time. But I think, you know, for the most part, the game is under control, and it's just a matter of how elegantly I can kind of finish things off here. So I'm going to just grab I'm going to put the transport on the west coast. I'm going to put the infantry there as well. We've got a couple of bombers, and the fighters, I guess we'll put that towards getting Germany and finishing them off. So yeah, so if we look at the end of the turn here, yeah, I mean the US has 44 IPCs available. Britain's at 35. Russia's at the 24. So really, this is just a matter of time. Because I mean, in this one there is the victory cities, obviously that matter in this scenario, and I think potentially there's the potential to hang on to France and move into Italy and so forth, and I think it's just a matter of time. There's no anti-air in Italy, so I can fly planes over there, bomb with impunity as well. So you know, there's lots of opportunities for the Allies in Europe. And with Japan, not even really, I mean, there's been no expansion whatsoever as far as their lines go. So, so again, as I said earlier, the AI is the AI. It's an opportunity to train and to learn, and to try out strategies and learn mechanics. I know for me, it's been a bit of a learning curve in terms of the map changes, being a classic A&A player. You know, the geography being a little bit different. It's I don't know, it's interesting. It does open up some nice strategic possibilities, but I hope you enjoyed you know, just tagging along with me and discussing the game. And you know, I'm sure that the AI was a bit frustrating to watch sometimes here, but we're going to continue this, you know, just to finish it through to the end, you know, and see how it goes. There may be some drama and some excitement yet to come, and let's hope so, because that's always I find Axis and Allies is one of those games that's just classic for the drama. You never really know what's going to happen next. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. It's been fun to play this, and I hope that is coming across to you, and hopefully you get inspired to maybe fire up a game of Axis and Allies with your friends. And once again, if you like our content, please you know, click on the subscribe button and click on the like button down below. Comment if you'd like to, and happy to to hear your thoughts and comments anytime. And once again, this is NATO, and we'll see you here next time on Legendary Tactics.